Well, welcome back to the Timeline Rant. So I bought a few water testing kits. I'll show you those real quick. I've got one for well water and then one for rainwater. I'm going to use the rainwater to test the pond water, which the quality of it right now, because it's so low, is probably not the greatest, but I'll get a good, I guess a good capture of what dissolved minerals are in it. And the well will be, of course, for our well here. If you haven't been following the channel, this is a well. It's kind of like a gypsy well is the setup. This is 21 feet deep from this top to the bottom of it. There's a bed of gravel and sand that's dug at the depth of the bottom of that all the way out to the edge of the pond, but it's not completely tied in just yet. So the water from the pond filters through that gravel, and that's where it gets its water from. There's a little dip in that trench is why it's still holding water, even though the pond's completely dry. So I'm going to get my sample out of this pitcher pump, which gets its water from that well. We've been using it off and on this trip pretty good, so the water's looking pretty clear. Of course, my hand's pretty rough looking, so it's hard to see the water's clear, but it's pretty clean looking. That's where I'm going to get my sample from there. The other sample will be from the pond, and it's going to be this bucket I'll zoom in on over there is the test site. Well, let me get started on it. So the instructions say to fill it to the shoulder of this larger bottle. It's got this number here on it. That's the first, you want to do this first on your first run. And then once the water's been ran for a little bit, you fill this one all the way to the top with no air bubble in it. This is the glass one. And this one, you fill just below the lid top is good, they said. We also have this hydrogen sulfate gas test strip here. This one right here. I've got this is the instructions for it if you're interested. Basically, just use a clean container, put some water in it, rub your test point. see if we have any hydrogen sulfate in here. I'm supposed to dip it for 20 seconds. Using a gentle and steady up and down motion. You compare the strip results to the color chart on the back of this card, to our color chart. So hopefully it stays white. Well, that's been well over 20 seconds. And it doesn't look like it changed colors. I think we're good. We don't have any hydrogen sulfate in there. Well, it's one test passed. So I guess what's left is to send off these water samples to the lab and wait for the results to come back. There's an app you download from them that shows you the test results. So hopefully the water quality in the well is fairly decent, which I believe it is. You know, you never know what's in the soil though. There could be dissolved arsenic or some type of heavy metal in there. Without testing, you don't know what to filter out. So for now, I'm just using it for like pre-washing dishes, and then I rinse them with good water at the end, so you know, don't use as much. Use it for, you know, watering plants, washing your hands, that kind of stuff. If it's good, then we'll be able to use it instead of having to haul water out here, which will save quite a bit of you know, room in the truck bed. That's where I usually put the bulk of the water. If I'm going to be here for 2 weeks, I usually bring 2 55-gallon drums and 3 30-gallon drums, and that's usually an ample amount of water for, you know, the amount of showers. I space my showers out 3 to 4 days. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So hopefully it's good, and if not, I'll get filters adequate to filter out whatever contaminants are found in it. Well, I'm gonna go test the pond water, and we'll get hopefully some test back results on that. See where we're at. See you on the next one. Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful day out here in the Chihuahuan Desert, as you can see. So I got the test results back on the well water, and all in all I would say it's pretty good. It has an elevated fluoride and boron levels, but that's pretty common in arid parts of the US and other parts of the world as far as the fluoride goes. So it's nothing that's going to hurt you right away, but it's a long-term exposure health hazard. So to mitigate that, you know, as far as drinking the water, distillation is probably the cheapest method to go, especially when you're on renewable energies with solar. So your energy costs are pretty much non-existent once you've recouped the cost of the panels in the first place. So that'll probably be the method that I use out here. As far as using it directly out of the well, as for shower water, washing your hands, dishes, that type of stuff, it's perfectly fine with the results. I'll put some screenshots up for you to take a look at it yourself. So anyway, I would say I'm pretty happy with the results from the well test, and should be good moving forward. I'll do another test on the well here in a few years to see if the water quality is the same, if it's gotten worse or better. Just keep an eye on it. Well, I'm pretty happy with the test results. I'll see you on the next one.